Louis Bromfield's Malabar Farm is a living memorial to a man whose vision made him an early supporter of agricultural practices that have become commonplace today. The Ohio-born Bromfield would become a Pulitzer Prize-winning author of 30 bestsellers. But it was to study agriculture that took him to Cornell University in 1914. He left college to fight in World War I, returned to become a reporter, turned out an award-winning novel, Early Autumn, and used his prize money to buy this farmland near Lucas, Ohio in 1938.
He wanted to come back home, and he set out to buy 4 what were called rundown farms to build what he wanted to name Malabar Farm.
Bromfield set out to revitalize the farms, taking the Malabar name from a setting in one of his novels. He saw these 1,900 acres as someplace special.
The farm was an experimental farm of new ways of utilizing the equipment and utilizing the ground, contour plowing, basically using a lot of the green manures, use of no-till equipment.
Bromfield's innovations paved the way for sustainable farming. Bromfield's literary work generated friends in the arts. His books became major motion pictures, and Hollywood made its way to the farm.
Folks from James Cagney, Gracie Allen, people like that came here. Bromfield would assign them a job task to do, whether it was going into the chicken house and gathering eggs. Nobody was immune from work, and if they did not want to partake in the chore, Bromfield would send for a cab and ship them to a hotel in Mansfield.
There's another tie to Hollywood. In 1945, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall decided to get married at Malabar Farm.
Humphrey Bogart was a longtime friend of Louis Bromfield, and they had met in the 1920s and remained friends their whole lives. But when Humphrey Bogart needed a little out-of-the-way place to get married, he called his friend Bromfield. He had been out here. He knew what a great place this was and how far away from everything it was. So this was the perfect spot. They did arrive the day before the wedding and had the wedding in the front hallway of the big house.
After Bromfield's death in 1956, the farm went through some tough economic times. The state of Ohio assumed ownership in 1972. Today, Malabar is, once again, a working farm, welcoming visitors who want to know more about crops and livestock.
We have a cow-calf operation. We have pigs, chickens, goats, sheep, draft horses, ponies.
And when it comes to, for instance, the crops that you grow, the cattle you raise, the pork that you raise, tell me about where all of this goes.
We produce a quality beef or pork item, and it's sold to our restaurant that is located inside Malabar Farm State Park. We sell retail cuts through our gift shop here at the farm. We try to give the park visitor or the tourist a total farm experience.
Bromfield's legacy is also a draw. The farm teaches visitors about his sustainable approach to agriculture.
Oh, what a pretty spot.
And also has tours of the 32-room country home where Bromfield and his wife threw lavish parties for farm folks and celebrities alike.
There are over 4,000 books in the house. A lot of these books were given to Bromfield by the authors who wrote them. Some have inscriptions inside.
The chance to tell visitors the Bromfield story makes Malabar Farm unique as a state park and tourist attraction. It's a blend of agritourism, literary history, and working agriculture.
It causes us to wear multiple hats. We are a state park system. We're one of the Ohio state parks. There's 74 state parks in the system, but we're the only state park that is a working farm.